Hello, everyone. A big virtual welcome to to all our guests in the Summer 2024 International Virtual Life Orientation. I'm Dmitry, your guide and your host from the Student Life and Transitions team at KP International for today. Today, you guys are going to get all pieces of information you need to kickstart your exciting journey with us here at KPU. So let's get this virtual adventure started, shall we? But before we dive in, let's pause and show the respect with the land of acknowledgement. It's our way of saying thanks to the indigenous peoples of the lands where KPU proudly stands. Here, what we want to say today. We at Kwantlen Polytechnic University respectfully acknowledge that we live, work, and study in the region that overlaps with the unceded traditional and ancestral First Nations territories of the Musqueam, Katsi, Simyamu, Sawasan, Kikite, and Quikwatlam, and with the lands of the Kwantlen First Nation, which gifted its name to this university. In the cause of the reconciliation, we recognize our commitment to address and reduce ongoing systemic colonialism, oppression, and racism that Indigenous peoples continue to experience. Okay, thank you for your attention. So on your screens now, you guys see the agenda for today. We've got packed about an hour 15 minutes max for today's session. You'll meet an amazing people from both KPU and KPU International teams, and they're all here to share a lot of great information. Every new student wish to know about basically, and you can see on your screens right now the names of the different teams that work and support international students at KPU. And besides, it's always nice, you're gonna meet them, but it's always also nice to have the faces, putting the faces to the names, because in the future, you might actually meet with those people more often, and they might support you throughout your entire journey here with us. I'm gonna move forward to the ice-breaking and housekeeping rules. I'll start with the housekeeping rules. They're pretty simple. The first housekeeping rules is focus. Focus on what our wonderful KPU members have prepared for you guys today. And because I'm sure a lot of questions you guys have on your minds probably will going to be answered down the road. If you still have questions, that's okay. You can fire them up in our live Q&A chat box, which will be available for you after the first 30 minutes of this presentation. Again, because mostly, guys, we want you to focus, right? Unfortunately, there will be no mics or cameras for you, but you can always use the Q&A live chat to communicate with us and to send all your questions. If I just want to mention something very important. If your question is too complicated or if it's very too case specific, we unfortunately might not be able to answer this here in this live. But our team will make sure, our support team in the live Q&A will make sure that they will refer you to the people who'll be able to answer your question after this session, okay? So we're not gonna just leave it unanswered. If you are missing today's session, or if you feel tired or still jet lag and you're probably going to be disconnected down the road or something, no worries. Again, the whole session will be pre-recorded, so you can also watch it anytime later on our KPU International official YouTube channel, or just by using the same link. It will basically connect you to the recording of the session with the access to the Q&A chat as well. Okay. And the last thing I want to mention is, if you want to find more, there's a lot more to explore about the orientation. It's not only virtual live, so you can just go to the Spring Orientation website, the link for which you can see on your screens. And later on, after this live, we're also going to be sending you out an email with all the useful links you need before you start. So make sure that you go there on that website and check out the information about the upcoming in-person orientation as well. We're going to be talking more about the in-person orientation in this live as well. So stay tuned, okay? And as promised, And before we actually going to move to our first guest, let's break the ice a bit with our quick Mentimeter activity. And what you guys need to do on your screens, either on your phones or on your computers, you can see both link and the QR code. You can scan the QR code and it will directly send you to the right Mentimeter room. But if you don't have opportunity to scan the code, let's say you're watching this on your computer screens, just go to the www.mentimeter.com. And on that website, you will see there will be a window that just says you need to enter the code. I'm going to be switching to the Mentimeter website in a sec, and I'll show you that code. We have prepped just the 3 simple questions for you today. You just probably need 30 to 60 seconds to respond to each of those questions. Again, just to break the ice a bit, okay? So I'm switching now to the Mentimeter activity. And on your screens, you can see, I see people already started responding. So thank you so much. A lot of people actually use the QR code. If you haven't used the QR code, so the code for you is here on the top of your screen. It's 83587528, okay? So for this first question, which is very simple, how are you guys feeling today? Because we truly want to know how you feel about the upcoming journey at KPU, not only orientation, right? So are you guys excited? Or are you feeling a bit nervous? Or maybe you're curious? Or maybe you're overwhelmed with so much information. This happens too, so don't worry. That's why we're here to support you. Or if you're not sure how you feel, that's fine too. You can also choose that answer. If you have a mixed feelings or emotions, that's fine too. You could be feeling both at the same time. Just for today, for this Mentimeter, choose what you feel the most. I'm going to be giving, as promised, I'm going to be giving you guys 30 seconds, okay, for this response, for this question, and then we'll move forward to the second question. All right, it seems like most of you guys are feeling excited, which is amazing, and curious. That's what we expect from most of the students to feel before they start. If you're nervous or overwhelmed, that's totally fine. We're all human beings, so you don't have to, you don't have to be worried about that you were too stressed about something. Just again, just talk to us. We're here to support you, to guide you, either through the emails or either going on campus to our office, which by the way, the KPU campus, KPU international offices are located on 2 campuses, KPU Surrey and KPU Richmond. So make sure that you stop by if you have any questions anytime, okay? So the 30 seconds are over. Let's move forward to the next question. And for this question, I'll give you a little bit more time. Let's do 1 minute, okay? So this question is, where are you guys joining us from? And specifically, we mean type the name of the city or country, or it could be both, where you came from, right? Because we are international department, so you guys are international students, so we expect you to come from different countries, cities, and we're really curious about where you guys from. So I see there's some answers are coming in. There's Hong Kong, India, Philippines, Mexico, Colombia, Manila. Someone said Surrey, Vancouver. That's fine too. You might be local. I mean, why not? You guys can also respond if you're already in Vancouver and you responded where you're joining us from physically right now. That's fine too. No worries. But if you came from another country, on another city, just let us know. Germany, Mexico, Kerala, Vietnam. Oh, that's so many options. Canada, and they're like getting updated live. So we have 10 seconds left. And thank you so much for engaging in our responses. We see that there's 32 people actively who are active and they responded by now. So thank you, all of you. So 1 minute is over. Let's move forward to the last but not least question. So I'll give you another minute for this question, and that is, what is the one thing, guys, that you hope to learn today? Forget about all the things that you like thinking like, hey, I'm going to be going to the campus, I'm going to be asking them that, or what should I ask my teacher, right? Forget about it. Why you're here specifically in this live virtual orientation, what you're expecting to learn today, because that will help us to understand better what students are thinking about by this time, and to improve our services basically in the future, and to help to provide these answers to the students beforehand. I see people's already sent some answers. University life. We're going to be talking a little bit about student life today for sure. Get to know about the university, more about KPU. That's amazing. Sorry, all tips to adapt to Canada. We might give you some tips, but we actually did do pre-arrival webinar not so long time ago. So we do have on our YouTube channel, we do have a recording of that. And one of those videos actually are tips about living in Canada. So make sure that you go to KP International YouTube channel and watch that video, learn about, maybe I'll give you guys, because I only see that 8 people responded. I'll give you a little bit more time, another 30 seconds, okay? Hold on. Another 30 seconds. Oh, let to respond. Why it says 1 minute? It's okay. I'll stop it on 1 minute. Anything we need to know, people, requirements, communication, culture of KPU, medical insurance. All right, so we're definitely going to be covering some of those topics today for sure. But if we don't, please use the Q&A live chat box after the first 30 minutes, as I said. Okay, I'm going to be stopping here because we don't have any more time. But again, I appreciate everyone's responses, and hopefully you guys will enjoy the session today. I'm going to be switching back to the virtual live slides. And it's finally a time moving to our first guest. Now let's guys give a big warm welcome to Carol. She's the AVP and the lead of KPU International. And Carol got some welcoming words that will make you feel right at home, okay? So Carol know how to do that. So Carol, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Dima. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good late evening. My goodness, you from Hong Kong and India and Vietnam, and oh, I can't believe all the places you're calling from at, you know, some 12:30 or 12:15 a.m. Wow, that is so impressive that you've chosen to join us today. It is such a pleasure to meet you virtually this way and to extend a very, very warm welcome to you from KPU. And I want to commend you for your choice and show you that you have made the right choice for your education by choosing KPU. And we're well aware that there's all these other places in the world that you can choose to be, and you chose us. And for that, we want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts and show you that you will not by any means ever regret that decision. We have a large team at KPU International to take care of you. We keep growing our services, our supports for you, and you're going to hear all about that today in this next little while. But today is just the beginning of this. You will have access to us at anytime. You have access to us by phone, by email. When you do come to Canada, we have an office here in Surrey and one in Richmond, which right now probably doesn't mean a lot to you, but there's 2 offices that are there just for you, open 5 days a week, 9 to 4. You can drop in at any time with any questions you may have. But also there's a whole team to help you out. So I know that you're going to go into detail about all the different supports and things that are available to you, but I just wanted to highlight a couple of things. You as an international student will not have only access to everything a domestic student studying in Surrey and in Langley or wherever they're studying. Anyone studying at KPU has a whole list of services available, okay? But you have supports just for you. And part of these is to make you feel welcome, to learn about I saw some of the notes that you want to learn about Surrey, you want to learn about university life, how to adapt in Canada. And that's what we're here to do, Dima and team. And again, there's a whole bunch of people and you're about to meet them. We'll show you all the great things that we've developed just for you. So please take advantage of them. You should never, ever feel alone, ever. You will meet people, and if you can't meet people, you come in and see how you can. But the number one thing that you've probably already done is you've been matched with a peer mentor. And if you haven't reached out to your peer mentor, please do. If you don't know what a peer mentor is, it is someone who we actually hired that wants to help you. They'll help you before you come to Canada and while you're here. And you have access to this person by text, by chat, for the first semester. Any questions you may have? How do you find things at the library? Where do you access certain things? So please do sign up, reach out to your peer mentor, and you're going to meet one. I think we've got a peer mentor that's going to be giving a presentation. So please do that. The other thing that I want to mention to you is you've done the very first step. Coming to this orientation is the first very important step that you've taken so that you can hear all about it, but you're going to get lots of information. But you've got access to academic and immigration advisors just for you. There are classes just for you, and some of you are studying English as your second, third, maybe fourth language. And conversational English is one thing, but written English is something else. And you're coming to an English university. So you may need a little bit extra help, and you have that, and it's free. It's free. You just have to take advantage of it. You've got writing classes you can take. You've got tutors that are there to help you out. So please do reach out to all these services. If I can leave you with one very important message, and as I said, you've made the very first important step by joining this orientation, but attend class. It is incredibly important. If you attend class and you do your work, you will succeed. If you don't attend class and choose to, I don't know, hang out with your friends or shop or work, where some people think they have to work way too much, you will not succeed. This institution is all about applied learning, hands-on, doing assignments. It's work integrated learning. It's learning with your classmates. You have to attend class. It is incredibly important to do that. It's like a university like no other university, where when you leave here, you're not only going to have the theory, you're going to have the applied knowledge. So congrats for making that choice, but do attend class. And whatever's offered to you as far as student life events, join them. You're going to meet people, you're going to have fun, and that again will lead to your success. Again, you've got academic advisors, you've got a student life team, you're going to hear all about it. I'm very excited for you. And I noticed some of your comments, some of you are very excited, some of you are a little concerned, you're nervous. That's very normal. Adapting to life in Canada is going to be different. Everything's different. The education system's different, the food's different. But we're honestly here to help you along your educational journey. We'll be here from the beginning. Right now, you've already met some of our staff, of course, in the recruitment stages, but we're here for you until the very end, until your career, until you begin your career. So a big thank you again for joining. A warm welcome from the bottom of my heart, and on behalf of all of KPU, a big warm welcome to you. And I can't wait to see you at the in-person orientation. So thanks so much, everyone. And over to you, Dima.
Thank you so much, Carol, for extending such a warm welcome to our new students. I hope you guys feeling a bit better by now after an icebreaker and after a welcome address from our AVP. And now we're not gonna wait. We're gonna be just moving to the next presenter. Her name is Sanam, and she's representing the International Advising Services. Sanam, take it away.
Thank you so much, Dima. Good morning, everyone. Or as Carol said, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you have joined us. One more time, I would like to say welcome to KPU. Thank you for choosing us. As Dima mentioned, I'm Sanam Bani Hassan, one of International Student Advisors. I'm so pleased to be here today to introduce my team and the services of International Advising, Academic, or Immigration. So I'm so excited about that. Without further ado, let's get started. Dima, first slide, please. Okay, during this presentation, you're going to learn these things from us. International Student Advisors, when and how to see them. 1.KPU, recommended pre-arrival courses, synchronous, vice versa, asynchronous learning, and what can disqualify you for a post-graduation work permit. Next slide, please. International Advising Team. KPU International Advising provides holistic support to international students for both academic and non-academic matter as they transition and move forward with their Canadian educational journey. We endeavor to create sustainable learning community by fostering a culturally sensitive, respectful, and a student-centered approach to students at significant juncture of their development. As you can see in this slide, who we are. These are our Zurich campus advisors. And as you can kindly see, we have different advisors with different languages. And just in case that you would prefer to talk in your mother tongue with any of our international advisors, please feel free to go ahead and book an appointment or join our drop-in session. In the next slides, I'm going to elaborate on that. And in this slide, we are seeing Richmond campus advisors, again, with various languages, and of course, our lovely international advising support team to support even our team and all the students. Now, I would like to talk about what can advisor assist me with. So advisors technically assist you with two categories. One of them is academic support. Now, academic support at KPU is about program exploration and course planning, progression or graduation check, academic standing, understanding GPA, understanding KPU policies and procedures, prerequisite and co-requisite requirements, guidance on improving academic performance, early alerts, university transfer. On the other hand, we of course support you in non-academic issues like immigration advising related to study permit, working eligibility, and post-graduation work permit, letters for a study permit extension, post-graduation work permit and temporary residence visa, how to connect with learning center resources, how to reach out to counseling services, and how to apply for SEAM, and of course, student events and volunteering. Next slide, please. Now, who should you see? In this slide, we are having some scenarios. Let's take a look at them. I have immigration-related questions. Of course, you are welcome to talk with International Student Advisor. I'm enrolled in INLST, CEP, ACP, or trade program. You can reach out to us, International Student Advisor. I'm enrolled in a certificate, diploma, or associate degree program. Please go ahead and see International Student Advisor. I'm enrolled in my first and second academic year with less than 45 credits completed of a bachelor's program. Please feel free to talk with International Student Advisors. Listen up. I'm in my third or fourth academic year with more than 45 credits completed of a bachelor's program. You can go ahead and talk with a degree advisor. And I'm enrolled in a post-bac or graduate diploma program. Of course, you can talk with one of the student success coaches in the Mayville School of Business. Next slide, please. Now, let's take a look at how to book an appointment. Now, as you can see here, we have 5 steps. Step 1, log into advisorconnect.kpu.ca. Step 2, select advising international students. Step 3, select locations as online or campus name. This will give you a list of available appointments. Step 4, Email will be sent confirming your appointment. If you book an online appointment, you will receive an additional email with a link and instruction on how to join the online appointment through Microsoft Teams. And finally, step 5, if you will be using your cell phone to connect to online appointment, please make sure to download the Microsoft Teams app prior to your appointment. Next slide, please. Now, let's take a look at how to join our drop-in session. Now, as you can see in these steps on this slide, please go to kpu.ca/international/advising. Then check the drop-in schedule. The schedule is here in the picture. And then please click join a drop-in session Zoom button 10 minutes before the schedule time. And use the first name as your display name. Finally, wait in the virtual waiting room until you are admitted by the host. In this slide, we are going to take a look at your to-do list. 1.kpu.ca. Get to know the online self-service or OSS portal. University calendar, my personal favorite one. Dates and deadlines, KPU Moodle, online orientation course, and the Learning Center. In the next slide, I'm going to elaborate on each term. Now, 1.kpu, as you can see here, these are the most used apps that you may need to use during your academic journey here within KPU. Online self-service, dates and deadlines, course websites, and university calendar. Now, let's dig deeper on each term. Navigating through online self-service. Through the online self-service or OSS, students can pay their tuition fees, check personalized book list, and check grades and view transcripts. Now, let's take a look at how you can pay your tuition fees through online self-service. 1. Log into OSS, then go to a student menu, then go to a student accounts, account summary and payment, and finally make a payment. You may need to use your credit card. And to pay through other methods like online banking, Firewire, you can check www.kpu.ca/registration/pay. The other thing that you can do through online self-service is check personalized book lists. A personalized book list is created specific to the courses you are registered for and is available approximately 2 weeks after the first date of registration. For that, log into OSS, select the student menu, select a student accounts, and view personalized book list of yours. And one of the other things that you can do through the online self-service is check grades and view transcripts. Through that, you can obtain an official transcript. For that, you can take a look at log into OSS, select the student menu, choose records, choose view grades, official or unofficial transcript. Next slide, please. Now, in this slide, I'm going to talk about university calendar, dates and deadlines, and Moodle. University calendar, one of the most important resources during your academic journey here with KPU. So, in university calendar, what is it is about? It's university calendar is official guide to KPU's academic programs. Always consult the university calendar to plan your courses and ensure that you are on track to graduate from your specific program. Also, important dates and deadlines. Review the dates and deadlines prior to starting your classes each semester. That's so important. Add or drop deadline, tuition payment deadlines, university closure dates, last day to withdraw, grade submission deadline. All these times should be considered. Pay attention to dates and deadlines as well. And also course website or Moodle. What is course website or Moodle? It is an online platform for students and teachers to share information, communicate with each other, and complete activities related to the course. Instructors use Moodle in various ways based on their teaching style. You may need to complete quizzes, submit assignments, write posts, and access your course material through Moodle. Next slide, please. Now, in this slide, as Carol already mentioned, we are going to talk about Teaching and Learning Center, TLC. Please pay attention. This service is free for you, so please take advantage of that. Now, how you can reach out to our Learning Center. Please take a look at kpu.ca/TLC. All TLC services are free and include online tutoring session, workshops offered throughout the year, learning strategies. Now let's dig deeper. What is workshops offered throughout the year? It is exam preparation strategies, time management strategies, effective editing, reading text, working effectively in teams. And also learning strategies is about helping you with exam preparation, study skills, online support, and writing tips. Tools and tips for online learning also could be found in wordpress.kpu.ca/online learning. Next slide, please. Important courses, tutorials to get you to KPU ready. Now you can see these three categories: online orientation course, academic integrity tutorial, and KPU 100 Introduction to University. Listen up closely. Online orientation course is a mandatory course. Can be accessed through KPU Moodle. What is covered in this course? Okay, the concept is about how to get your books, type of services available, UPass program, KSA Health and Dental Plan. Complete at your own pace and engage, earn points, and intervene up to 500 tuition waivers and other prizes. Academic integrity tutorial. Topics covered. What academic integrity means at KPU. That's so important. And why it is important. The most common examples of academic misconduct. Consequences of academic misconduct. Strategies and resources to help you uphold academic integrity. And finally, KPU 100, Introduction to University, non-credit, 1-week program, free to KPU the students. So topics covered: managing time effectively, reading text and taking notes, using memory strategies, communicating effectively with your instructor, working in online groups and teams, improving test-taking skills, and using KPU technology like Moodle. Next slide, please. Now, in this slide, we're going to talk about course delivery modes at KPU. In-person, online synchronous, online asynchronous, blended synchronous, and blended asynchronous. In-person course delivery modes is about on or off campus, like practicums, work terms, clinical placements. Online synchronous requires students and instructors to be online at the same time. Lectures, discussions, and presentation occur during a set each week. All students must be online at that specific time in order to participate. Online asynchronous. No scheduled meeting times. Students complete the course at their own schedule. Students can review and replay lectures to clarify concepts. Blended synchronous. In-person and online, where the online portion is synchronous. And blended asynchronous, in-person and online, where the online portion is asynchronous. So for list of definition, you can take a look at calendar.kpu.ca registration. Check out our university calendar. Now, in this slide, I'm going to talk about the class I want is full. What should I do? As you can see in this slide, we have 5 steps and 5 tips. Tip 1, try to wait list for the section that has the greatest number wait list seats open. Tip 2, wait list for as many classes as possible that are part of your program and for which you meet the prerequisite or co-requisite. Tip 3, if waitlisted, check your KPU email regularly to for notification of an open seat. Be mindful of 24 hours window to register. So you have a deadline to go ahead and register yourself. Tip 4, some classes are reserved for students in a particular program. These reserves may be lifted after a certain date. You may check to see when and if a reserve will be lifted for the specific course you wish to register in at. For more information, please take a look at www.kpu.ca/registration/reserves and restrictions. And finally, tip 5, if you couldn't get into a class before the term starts, checking for seat availability during the first week of classes. Once classes start, there is no more wait list, but you may still register for courses if you see a seat has opened up in a class. Next slide, please. Now, in this important slide, I'm going to talk about importance of maintaining full-time status. What does it mean? Let's dig deeper. One of the criteria of post-graduation work permit program is students must maintain full-time status in Canada during each academic semester, with the exception of a scheduled break, authorized leave, and the last academic semester. Full-time is equal with minimum 9 credits per semester. Now, let's take a look at KPU scheduled break policy. One of the spring, summer, or fall terms in a calendar year, provided the students remain enrolled full-time at KPU in the term preceding the break and in the term following the break. And let's take a look at authorized leave. Under extenuating or unforeseen circumstances, an international student may request and be approved to take an authorized leave. Keep the term in your mind. I'm going to talk about that more later. Next slide, please. Now, what can disqualify me for post-graduation work permit? Listen up closely. Situations which may disqualify you for the post-graduation work permit program. One of them is failed to register for a minimum of 9 credits in the first semester. First semester is so important. Registered in less than 9 credits for 2 semesters back-to-back or consecutively. Note, if you register for 9 credits and end up withdrawing from a course later that semester, you will become a part-time student. Remember, always consult with an advisor if you are unsure whether dropping or withdrawing from a course can jeopardize your eligibility for post-graduation work permit. Took an unauthorized leave from studies, which we had in the previous slide, complete definition of authorized leave. For students starting their program on or after January 1st, 2024, failure to complete 50% of program in class inside Canada could negatively impact their eligibility for post-graduation work permit as well. In this slide, we are talking about academic advising videos. As you can see, kpu.ca/international/advising/videos. Our team, International Advising Team, specifically created these videos for you and for supporting you during your academic journey here within KPU. I do really encourage you to take a look at this useful resource. And before starting technically your academic journey here within KPU, please be aware which services we are providing for you. Next slide, please. Once again, I would like to highlight how to contact International Advising Team. As you can see, online or in-person appointment, 30 minutes. And for that, you can take a look at advisorconnect.kpu.ca, online or in-person drop-ins, quick questions. Please take a look at kpu.ca/international/advising, and phones and working hours, and of course through email, internationalstudents@kpu.ca. Next slide, please. Okay. Now, I think I'm done with my portion, and thank you so much for listening closely to me. Once again, I would like to highlight we are here to help and support you. Please do not hesitate to reach out to International Advising Team whenever you have any questions or concerns. Thank you for your attention. I'm passing it over to Dima.
Thank you so much, Sanam. Again, I guess if I could give myself a quick tip, make sure to repeating on Sanam's word, just make sure that you guys are reaching out to the International Advising Services for any academic or non-academic questions. Either it's a big or small, doesn't matter. If you're not sure about something, do not hesitate to contact them, okay? And now it's time to meet our next guest. It's actually two guests, Sehashpreet and Alejandra from the Academic Integrity Unit. Who's going to be first, Sehashpreet or Alejandra?
Alejandra.
Alejandra. Okay, thank you. Give me 1 sec. I'll put you on the screen. Yes, you can start, Alejandra.
Okay. Thank you, Dimitri. And hello, everyone. My name is Alejandra, and with me is Sehat. We are both international students studying human resource management at KPU, and we both work at the Academic Integrity Unit supporting students like you and faculty with resources to uphold academic integrity. We welcome you to this section of the orientation, where the aim of this part is to introduce you to the term academic integrity and the tools that you can use to align with academic integrity during your academic journey at KPU. Before we start, I would like to please for you to take a moment and think if you have ever heard the term academic integrity in your previous educations. Different cultures may have different sets of principles, but some of the principles are universally valued, such as, for example, living with trustworthiness and with respect for each other. We all like to be respected, right? It doesn't matter from which country, which culture we are. So, for instance, in my home country, and now I would like to relate how these principles relate to academic integrity. In my home country, I'm from Panama, copying a content or using pictures to make my presentations was considered acceptable. I was allowed to copy content from online sources without giving the credit to its original owner. However, here in Canada, all of these things will be considered inappropriate. So it is crucial to recognize and to adhere to the ethical standards to maintain academic integrity at KPU and in every aspect of your daily lives. Next slide, please. So what does academic integrity means at KPU? Academic integrity refers to the commitment to uphold the highest standards of intellectual integrity. This includes to be honest, to be trusted, to be fair, respect, responsibility, and to have courage for the ideas of other people's work. So if you could remember two highlights from this part of the presentation, it would be that these are the 6 values that we rely on to maintaining academic integrity. The other thing is that when you are using someone else's words, thoughts, ideas, you need to always give credit to the person that originated the idea, and you give credit by citing. It is important to make a difference between what is your thoughts or your ideas from the other ones from other authors. Next slide, please. Academic integrity is important to get your credentials highly valued and for KPU to have a strong reputation. So when that you are graduated and you are looking for a job, you can have a highly reputable credential from KPU. Also, you may discover that you have new strength if you try to do the work and gain the knowledge that KPU is trying to provide you during your academic journey. Sometimes we are so focused on grades that we miss the opportunity to actually learn. Moreover, it is important to maintain academic integrity as it is not acceptable if we cheat or plagiarize, for example, and it will lead to negative consequences. And it can also be harmful with the relationships that you create with university, your professors, or other teammates. Next slide, please. So let's look at a daily day example. Normally in our daily life, we use reference informally when we are talking to a friend. You are doing this by letting the other person that you are talking to know from where did you get the information. So in this scenario, for instance, I could be talking to you and say, hi, Dimitri, for example. You know that Sehat told me that Anand means pre-wedding is trending in TikTok. Here, I am giving credit to Sehat for providing me the information about this event, that it did not come from me. I did not see it in TikTok. She was giving me the information. So this simple example of day life is how you are giving credit to other people's life, in other people's work. In academic work, we are doing a similar type of referencing, but it happens in a more formal and prescribed way. We need to give credit by using specific guidance, and the term is it's citation, by citations, okay? In the next slide, please, we are going to give a short scenario of a role play in how you are using academic integrity in the academic context.
Mariam, I'm juggling to keep up with the courses while working part-time job. I want to maintain good GPA, and I'm also stressed about this upcoming essays.
I understand, Jade, but did you know that you can book an appointment with KPU tutors or with a librarian? It is free for all KPU students.
I go to work 4 days a week and don't have a time to work on it as I took extra shifts for next week as well. I was thinking to get help from artificial intelligence tools such as ChatGPT or Copilot to write my essays.
Hold on. Did you ask your instructor if you are allowed to use these tools? If you are not allowed to use these tools, then it could be considered academic misconduct and you can get a 0 in your course or worse.
Oh, really? Is it an academic misconduct to get help from AI? I wasn't sure about that. Thank you for helping me with that. I would have used those artificial tools and failed my assignment or course.
As you can see in this scenario, friend 1 was juggling with study, workload, and life as overall, and she was tempted to use artificial intelligence to get the easy way out, to help finish her assignment. We know as an international students, we all go through pressure. As I told you, we both are international students, so we can relate to the struggles, to the pressure that we can find as a student. But there are ways, here is where the value of courage that I talked previously have a value, because it stands out to help you uphold academic integrity. It takes a lot of courage when you are pressured, when you have a lot of things on your plate, to uphold academic integrity and say, no, even though I'm struggling, even though I'm in a lot of pressure, I am going to be courageous enough to not take the easy way out. I am going to learn, I am going to do my homework by myself. In the next slide, talking about pressures, we know that you can how pressure can influence our decisions. So we can experience pressure from different angles that could tempt us to take the easy way out. To deal with family pressure, financial pressures, time pressures, we do have counseling services at KPU, which are free of cost and are also confidential. So feel free to take a screenshot of this to get familiar with the page. And if you ever are in need of a counseling session, please go to this page and book an appointment. It's very recommended to release the pressure. In this next slide, I'm going to talk a little bit more about the other resources that we have available to uphold academic integrity. Next slide, please. This is our main resource as the Academic Integrity Unit. This is our homepage. Here, you can find information about academic integrity, what it is about, the policies, the procedures, examples of what is academic integrity, and other resources that will help you through your journey. Next slide, please. So in this website, you can find some of the examples. These are the two most relevant for us because are the ones that are the most common. So cheating and plagiarism, as you can see, you can find a definition, you can find examples of what is considered cheating and plagiarism and how to prevent it. My recommendation is to bookmark this website and go through it a little bit. Also from the tutorial. Next slide, please. Here in the tutorial, you are also going to have information about what is academic integrity, the different resources, examples. And it is important to get familiar because it's completely different from what maybe you are used to. So it's important to understand the concept. Here are also other resources that we have. We have the library center. We have the library. We have the learning center. We have workshops there, peer tutors. If you are feeling stress or pressure, we also have sports and recreation that can help you release some of the pressures. Next slide, please. Here is how the tutorial looks like. It's 9 modules. It's very easy, very friendly to go through, and it has a lot of valuable information. Next slide, please. And this is a tool that I would like to share here because we recently launched this tool. It's a tool that is aimed to help students to provide instant feedback, and it could help you avoid plagiarism. So how it works is that you upload your assignments, written assignments here, and that tool will give you feedback, instant feedback regarding possible similarities, grammar, spelling checks, and also citation checks. Next slide, please. We also, in our website, we have a video explaining step by step how to add this tool, how to interpret the results. And we also have drop-in sessions if you want to understand more how to add this tool to your Microsoft 365. Next slide, please. Okay, this is another, like for me, a tip. If you can also bookmark this library website, because this, for me, was my best friend in my first semester. Like you have here every single guideline, if you are using APA, MLA, or Chicago, the guidelines on how to cite. And it has a lot of information step by step. If you still are confused, you can book an appointment with a librarian and they can help you understand the different guidelines on how to cite. Next slide, please. Again, Sanam already talked about this, but it's important maybe to be repetitive sometimes because it's a lot of information. So this is the Learning Center site where you can book workshops and you can book tutors to help you. Tutors are authorized people that can help you understand and guide you through your assignments. So whenever your assignment is individual, my advice is only ask help from your instructor or a peer tutor, okay, to avoid misconduct. Next slide, please. This is again the website where you can find advisories. And I like to point that Learning Center and advisories are good tools to release some of the stress. If you prevent having the stress by booking appointment with your advisors and booking appointment with tutors, you can also be a little bit more oriented on how to go through your path, and it can give release stress. Next slide, please. And finally, this is the academic integrity team, where you can reach out to us if you have any doubts, if you want to give any advice, or you have any you would like for us to develop a resource. Please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you so much.
Alrighty. Thank you so much. I guess big shout out to our academic integrity experts, Alejandra and Sehashpreet, for supporting as well. Remember, guys, do not ignore their advices, and do not ignore academic integrity policies. Those are very, very, very important for every new student to learn about them properly, especially when you're just getting started, okay? We're going to be moving next to the student life and transitions presentation, and Josie is going to dish out all you need to know about both student life and insurance and events. So Josie, the mic is yours. Just trying to put you on the screen. One sec.
Thank you, Dimitris. Hi, everyone. My name is Josie. I'm a student life coordinator. So today I would like to introduce you about the services and resources that we will provide for students. With a brief introductions, our team organized a fun and useful on-campus event for international students, answer your inquiries regarding mentorship program, insurance, and transition to Canada. And for when you begin your journey at KBU's, we have 3 resources that help you get the better start at KBU. The first one is online orientation course, which is a Moodle course. The next one is KBU Welcome You, and the next one is the final one is the first year festivals. So for the first, as I say, the first resource is a Moodle course, which is already mentioned previously. This is your ultimate guide that you need to know about to start your classes at KBU. Also, by completing the course, you may have a chance to win up to $500,000 tuition waiver. And in the next slide, I'm gonna talk about KBU Welcome You. This one is on-campus orientations, and of course, you have to be in Canada to attend this one. Registration is required, and you can choose either Surrey, Langley, Richmond, or Civic Plaza campus, wherever it's convenient to use. Please note that you only need to go for 1 day. And usually I advise students that you should choose the campus that is your home campus. So what is home campus? Home campus is the campus that you take the majority classes. So for example, you have 4 courses in summer, 3 at Surrey campus and 1 at Richmond campus. And in this case, I suggest you to choose a day in Surrey campus. And the next one is the KBU First Year Festival. This one is your opportunity to go beyond the basics and get deeper look at what KBU and the KSA have to offer to a series of events like drop-in activities and workshop hosted by on-campus experts. There are also some workshops on time management, advising, and some really fun activities. If you want to make some new friends, go to the First Year Festival. And before you go to we travel to Canada, so you student also have some questions. The common question is, what documents should you bring? So of course you need to bring the flight ticket, your passport, the port of entry letter if applicable, your visa if applicable, And you also need to bring your confirmation of enrollment. And on COVID-19 border requirement, including vaccinations, mandatory use of ArriveCan, and any testing and quarantine and isolations. And for all traveler and entering Canada by land, air, or sea. For more information, you can visit the government website or our KBU website. And if you have any questions regarding like transitions or travel, feel free to email us at internationaltransitions@kbu.ca. And this slide is very important. Please pay more attention for this slide. So after you arrive in Canada, please remember to update your email and mailing address on the online self-service. We're gonna put the link in the chat so you can get better access. And this is very important note. All the correspondence from KBU will be sent to your KBU email address, not your personal address. So I know that a lot of people, a lot of students, they usually check the regular email, but remember when you start KBU, please check your KBU email regularly. And as I mentioned previously, another services that we provide for students is we help with the insurance. There are 3 types of insurance, and I would like to introduce the first thing first. Is MSP. So MSP is a health insurance of BC, and all residents of British Columbia must enroll with the medical service plan, and you have to submit this one within the first 10 days you arrive in Canada, and it takes around 3 months to get your MSP card. So please make sure you remember to apply this one when you arrive in Canada. And the next insurance that I would like to introduce you is the Garmin. So all new KBU international students are automatically enroll after you register in classes. And the coverage begin on the first day of the month of your from May 1st until August 31st, 2024, if your first semester is summer semester. So that's being said, if you arrive before May 1st, you are not covered by Garmin. You should purchase the early arrival insurance. And let me tell you why a lot of students give us the questions why I need the Garmin. I already applied for MSP, but don't you remember? I just say that MSP takes around 3 months to be activated. That is the reason why you need a temporary coverage for the first 3 months. And you cannot live in Canada without any insurance because the medical services here is very, very expensive. That's why you need you always have, when you arrive in Canada, you need to get the insurance. And the next insurance that I want to introduce is KSA Extended Healthcare. So similar to Garmin, all new KBU students are enrolled after you register in classes. And this one provides you with a 12-month coverage starting on the first day of the month when your program begins, which is also May 1st. And this is mandatory for all KBU students because MSP and Garmin do not cover everything. So including dental, visions, prescription drugs, and many more. So that is the reason why this one is mandatory for everyone. And in the next slide, I would like to introduce you another resources, which is called Keep Me Safe. So we understand that when you are in a new countries, it's totally normal to be feeling your emotions like a roller coaster. Remember, you are not alone. So Keep Me Safe program is created to provide all KBU students with 24/7 online professional counseling. So you can express your concern with a counselor who understands the experience in your referred language, so they can communicate to you, they can give you advice. And a counselor definitely can help you if you're feeling stressed, having family and relationship issues, or even you feel homesick, you can talk to them as well. And in any case, if you experience any physical, sexual, or emotional violence, please talk to the counselor as well. And all you need is to download the app and create an account, and you have the 24/7 services. And another resource that I would like to introduce today is the KBU Safe. So the new KBU Safe apps is now available for download. With KBU Safe, you can contact the security and emergency services. You can view the interaction map to help you get around. And if you have class late at night, you can arrange for an escort work to walk to any KBU campus or share your working location with a friend for your safety. And KBU Safe is the best way to stay updated in the event of a safety or security issues at KBU. For example, like during an emergency or weather-related campus closures, we will notify you via KBU Safe as well. For example, in Vancouver, in winter is not common happen, but in the winter we have some day that the campus may be closed due to the heavy snow. And if you have this app with you, you will notify it, so you don't have to go to campus when the campus is closed. And in the next slide, I would like to talk about international events. So as I already mentioned, one of our services is we create fun and useful all of campus and workshop event for students. If you want to know more about our event, you can follow us on Instagram with the ID MyKBU. And I'm so excited to show you our event calendar for summer semester. As you may see here, so every month we host at least 2 event or workshop for students. As you see in May, we're going to have the workshop on campus, what they call Synclinic. We also have the off-campus event like macaron workshop, and on campus we have the IBM welcome social event. And let me tell you, you must attend the IBM welcome social event, because in this event you're gonna meet a lot of new friends, also your mentor, and we have a lot of like fun activities like crafting. We have games, and we also have snacks. So this is a great opportunity for you to get to know the campus as well as to meet new people, new friends. And in June, we also have the Fly and Die event, where I take you to fly over Canada and dine in a restaurant in beautiful Gastown. We also have bowling night. In July, we have the flower workshop at Civic Plaza. We also take students go up campus to go-kart, and in August, we're gonna have the pirate adventures and the tulip field trip. But please note that all of the events are tentative. And if you want to know more about more updated information, how to purchase the ticket, please follow us on MyKBU. And in the next slide, I would like to talk about the Synclinic. So we're gonna have this one on campus. And let me tell you, if you're depending on your study permit conditions, you may be able to work part-time while you're studying at KBU. And let me tell you, if you want to work, you must apply for social insurance number. So this is a must by law. So, and that's why it's so important for you to attend this one. So in this workshop, we invite professionals from Service Canada that to help you apply. And we also print out the application for you that you can fill on the spot, and you can send and you can apply on the spot as well. And let me do the brief introductions about what is SIM. So your SIM is a private and it's illegal for anyone else to use it. So you are responsible to protecting your SIMs. So if you want to know about like how important it is, how to apply, and if you want to apply right after you arrive in Canada with the health expert, please join us with the in-person SIM clinic. The location is Surrey main campus, and the day is May 7, and the time is from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And this is a one-on-one workshop, so it's really helpful. So if you can register, if you're interested, please register your time slot here. And we will put the link in the chat for you to register, and make sure that you don't the time slot that you choose is not conflict with your with your class schedule. And the next workshop that I would like to introduce is GST and HST info sections. And so let me introduce what is it. So the goods and service tax and harmonized sales tax, GST and SST credit is a tax-free quarterly payment that helps anyone with low and modest income offset the TST or SST that they pay. That's being said, if you apply for this per years, you're gonna receive like 4 payments from the government if you're eligible, and you do not need to do your first tax return before you can get the TST and SST credit. That is the reason why you don't have to wait until next year to apply for this. You can go to the sections and ask the questions from our professionals that we invited from the CR8. And as I say, this is important as well. All new residents of Canada must apply for the GST and SST credit. It's your benefit. So please apply. And Student Life team are hosting an in-person workshop for new students. And this location is Surrey campus, the same day, May 7, in the time from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have a separate link to register for this workshop, and we also put the link in the chat for you to have the better access. And if you have any questions about this workshop, please feel free to email us at internationaltransitions@kbu.ca. And in the next slide, I would like to give you a 2 email address that we can contact us. So if you have any questions about the events, you should reach us at intelstudent@kbu.ca. And if you have any questions about travel, transitions, and GST or SIM clinic workshop, please reach out to internationaltransitions@kbu.ca. And it's the end of my presentation part, and I would like to say good luck to everyone for new journey in Canada, and I give it back to you, Dima. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Josie, a lot of great information, and I hope you guys been asking, you want to learn more about student life events and insurance. Hopefully this was helpful, and I want to emphasize attention on those 2 sessions that are coming up. This is very important to learn about how to apply for your social insurance number, the GST, HST credits, everything. And the sooner you learn that, the better, because everyone has to do that by law. And we're going to be moving forward. We're going to be moving forward to our next guest, Sarah, who is going to take you around the world with the study abroad team. Sarah, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Dima. I want to say hello, bonjour, hey, assalamu alaikum, sat shri akal, hello. I know we've got people coming from all over the world, so we're really glad to meet with you here. I know it says study abroad, and often I do see international students booking appointments with me. Sanam was on the call as she's an international academic advisor, so I'll clarify as there's anything related, like Sanam said, with your coursework and things here, academic international advisors are there for your study abroad, but there's another exciting aspect to study abroad. If we move into the next slides, I'll be explaining about. My camera here is inside of the KPU Surrey Library, so if you haven't been there soon, it's a wonderful place to engage with. So here's a photo here. I did see on this call we have someone coming from Regensburg, Germany, which is one of our international incoming exchange students. So any of you that are coming here for your full degree or a program for a certificate or diploma, you have a chance to also internationalize your time here. We do thank you that you chose to come and do your studies here in Canada, but maybe you're also curious about what life is like in Europe or other parts of Asia, or maybe Australia, exploring, or South America. Maybe you also want to know more there, so there's chances to do that. We have through our office, it's in this Office of Global Engagement. There's a lot of value in really enhancing your international linguistic skills and experiences. And as you all come from your different countries, you will meet, as Dima was saying, there's the events, and Josie was saying, so you'll just keep that open mind as you meet people that are also coming here from different countries and can make friends from all over the world and really enhance your intercultural competency skills. So from our office, there's these really exciting opportunities, which I have supported a number of international students with. I'll put the link also to our website if you want to check it out too. And our email is the internationalprograms@kpu.ca. We do, this picture here is a welcome event that we had bigger for our fall term, but we will have each time events for our exchange students. And even some international students were helping as global buddies for our, they became mentors and such. We move into next slides. I'll talk about a lot of the benefits. So you'll see in this map here, so maybe you're coming from India, or maybe you're coming from Vietnam, but maybe you haven't really explored, as I was saying, those other cultures or languages and cultures. Maybe you want to learn Japanese or Korean. So opportunities to learn the language are best really by having that direct exposure through there. So we have short-term programs some students are going on where they can learn that, or even virtual opportunities direct with our partners. There's lots of benefits through our office as we have access to that scholarships and support through here. Yes, many of our international students were eligible to get scholarships to help them for many of these programs. And all of these programs, if you were to participate through our office, do enhance your resume. So it's always really good when you come here, you're settling in first term, but always good to get a sense of what's available when you do arrive, and then get involved and just volunteer and participate in as much as you can, because it really shows later your involvement and those skills that you gain from them when you are thinking about the future, getting scholarships, getting looking at those job applications. People really like to see more diverse skills that you can get from more worldviews through the opportunities our office and other offices do offer here on campus. Yeah, another thing, I just put a note on the disclaimer there. While you do, and I know many people, as Sanam was talking about the postgrad work permit, you will still be a KPU student if you participate in one of our programs. And I'll discuss a little bit more with each student cases, but there are opportunities to maybe take those credits. They can come to your degree or your certificate, but it will help for your program, and we'll discuss what you can discuss with international academic advisors as you still maintain those regulations as per your study permit, and everything leading on to help you for the future. Thank you. Types of opportunities. So really exciting. Biggest one is exchange. Like I saw, we've got a student coming here from Germany. We will have, and you saw that map, we have partners all over the world, and lots of benefits. Maybe you're here for 4 years, maybe one of those semesters, like I have an international student right now in psychology. She's working, supporting her to go to Scotland for a semester and taking some courses there to diversify her degree and get an idea of what it's like having the British system. So that's where some of the options is there. Otherwise, maybe you're taking just a diploma or short-term program. Maybe you want to go on a summer school. We've got really amazing summer schools our international students have participated in for diverse business programs into Europe, or going, like I said, to Japan. Lots of different excursions. We've field schools. That's something where we've had, especially if you are in the Wilson School of Design, then they are opportunities that the faculty member will take their group of students, and you'll get credit for it as you do one course in 2 weeks and travel while you do that. So really amazing. And then virtual programs. This allows, I've had a number of international students excel for this as they got languages direct through our partners, or they were put in internship programs, and then just diversified themselves while they still maintain commitments in Canada while they were here. So all these different opportunities are exciting and add a lot of value, and you're able to get support through our office and help from some scholarships to pay for some of them too. Next slide. So as many students have said, are you just speaking about this, Sarah, or is this real? So I thought, to show it's real, here are some actual examples of students that I have supported. From the left is we've got Prachi. She is originally from India. She came to study and do her degree in psychology. You could see here, did an internship placement, and she learned Spanish, really diversified help, as Canada's very diverse. She made more friends learning Spanish, and then she got that experience through Costa Rican culture, and knew it from India culture and also Canadian culture. Amazing through that. In the middle, I had 2 students, one originally from Vietnam, and I'm supporting right now one student from the Philippines to go to Switzerland on a business program, seeing all the companies there and understanding more. She's a postgrad program student, supply chain management, and knowing about business through the European side can really help as you network and get those connections that really will help for future career. On the right, Gurinder was really supportive and a really great person to work with. He did programs out of the UK, really helped for his degree. So these are face-to-face examples of other students. They all received some scholarships and had wonderful experiences. Next step, so maybe I've perked some of your interest. You are globally minded and want to really get involved and enhance your resume and get more skills. So the QR code is there. I put a link into chat to our website about these global opportunities through our study abroad office. So you can check that out, see what's available, see where all our partnerships are, follow our Instagram. We'll be there at our orientation booth, so maybe you can stop by and see us. You can also email that international programs there. And myself, my name is Sarah Byrne. So I'm available on Advisor Connect. It's good to know that if you're making an appointment with me, we'll be discussing about these opportunities. And if you're only wanting to talk about anything related to your course and anything for immigration, do go with Sanam, as she will be the better person, or the others she mentioned who are international academic advisors through Richmond or Surrey office. They'll be able to help you there. They'll also be able to help with any questions you have when you're thinking about any of these abroad programs and how it impacts you. So we do have certain eligibility, as Carol was mentioning, and you heard about academic integrity. It's really important to get that head start, really know from your professors when you start your classes what those expectations are and what can really put you down with a low GPA, as low GPAs would not make you eligible for our programs and would also have negative impacts for your long future as well. So just get that clarity of what's allowed, what's not allowed, and make sure you're checking in with the professors when you start that class so you're not going to be in that lower GPA area. So that's all I have to share. Generally, everyone who's keen to for a program, we've been able, and they don't have that red flag, maybe lower GPA or not enough credits, we've been able to support on a positive experience. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Sarah. I cannot add much, but just to say, maybe anyone who's itching for another adventure while being still a student at KPU, guys, remember KPU International is your airport, and Sarah and Study Abroad team is your airline company or something who can take you to many, many beautiful destinations around the world. And I know at first it might sound wild, like I'm international student, I'm already like in Canada, but this is really possible. And if you feel like you love traveling, because studying and traveling together, what could be better, right? So do not hesitate to reach out to them at any time. Okay, thank you again, Sarah. And we're running a little bit behind the schedule, so I'm going to be moving to, we only left a couple more guests, so I'm going to be moving forward next to Lucas, who's representing the National Recruitment and Admissions team, and he's going to be talking a little bit more about admissions and documents and important stuff as well. So Lucas, the floor is yours.
Thanks, Dima. Hi, everyone. My name is Lucas Trinicki. I'm going to keep this really short and really to the point because I know that you've been sitting through a lot. And I've got just a couple of really important announcements to share with all of you before you begin your studies in the summer semester. So my name, once again, is Lucas Trinicki. I'm one of the recruiters here in KPU International. I'm part of the team that deals with the recruitment and admissions for all international students that apply to KPU. So our team handles applications, reviews documents, verifies information, handles all the transfer credit, basically everything from point A to point B to get you here to study at KPU. So yeah, I'm sure I have spoken with many of you before, and I look forward to meeting you in person here when you begin your studies at KPU. So next on to the announcements. So these are really important items that everybody has to make sure that they pay attention to so that there are no misunderstandings and there is, so that everybody can begin their studies in a positive and sort of relaxing way. So the first thing is the study permit submission deadline. So as you know, to be an international student in Canada, you have to have a study permit. So it is very important that everyone make sure, if you have not done so already, let us know about where your study permit status is. So whether that's you have submitted your study permit, or you've submitted your study permit application and you're just waiting. Maybe you have received a communication from IRCC that you need to submit your passport to get the stamp in it, or maybe you've already received your study permit. Please let us know, because that is the way that we can make sure that everybody has the correct information. So regarding that last point, if you have not heard about your study permit by the start of classes, there are a couple of important things that you need to do. So step one, of course, is drop yourself from your summer 2024 courses before the start of classes. And let us know at international@kpu.ca for more information about the options that are important for your specific situation. It's very important that you drop yourself from your courses before the first day of classes, because if you don't, there could be a tuition penalty applied to your account. And so no one wants to lose that little bit of money. And so it's very important that you let us know about that. And then finally, the official transcripts. So during your application, many of you have submitted the scanned copies of your official transcripts, and many of you have also submitted the official transcripts themselves by mail or in person to KPU. If you have not already submitted your official transcripts, those are the ones sent directly from the institution or submitted to our office in a sealed envelope. That is a requirement for you to finalize your admission to KPU. So it's very important that each and every one of you remembers that if you've submitted the scanned documents only, that does not finalize your admission to KPU. You need to make sure that you submit your official documents. And if you have submitted documents, please check with our team and we will be able to verify that you have submitted the correct official document. So that's all I've got. And I'm going to pass it back to Dima and let you guys move on to the next section.
Thank you, Lucas. I got a little technical issue while you were presenting, but thank you. I mean, the presentation slide was not working, but thanks again for the update. And again, if you guys have anything related to the admissions, please make sure you contact Lucas and international admissions team at international@kpu.ca. And Lucas was mentioning about dropping out before the first class of the summer. And I just I'm not sure, Lucas, if you mentioned that the first day of the class for summer is May 6th, and correct me if I'm wrong. Yes, so make sure you do drop out before the May 6th. I'm gonna be moving forward because our time is almost over here. So I guess for the last but not least, we saved some information for the grand finale. We saved some information about the International Peer Mentorship program. And before moving to our guest from the IPM program, I just want to speak a little bit about it myself. You might be asking, and you've heard about this before maybe, or if this is your first time you're hearing about this program, that's totally fine. You might be asking, what's the IPM program? So basically, International Peer Mentorship Program is a program that has been designed here within the KPU International walls. And the idea of this is basically we take you, newly international, admitted students, and we pair you up with already current students who are experienced in many aspects of academic and non-academic lives in Canada, and they will be guiding you and supporting you throughout your first semester here. So, and what could be better, right, to get supported by a fellow student? And a lot of people also become friends down the road. So this is another way to get to know people. So I just want to encourage you to not ignore their support. They will be contacting you. Another question you might be how do you know about your mentor? Or if you're not sure who's your mentor when your classes start, still you will get contacted by them. You just check out your KPU student email address, okay? And if you're still not sure, if you attend the in-person orientation, by that time you should be already contacted by them. So make sure to ask us in the in-person orientation at the KPU welcomes you, or you can just email at any other times to ipm@kpu.ca. This is an official IPM program email channel, so we'll check your email and then we will try to support you and figure it out. I'm gonna be forward as promised. I'm gonna be passing for the very last time today the microphone to Paras, one of the peer mentor, who's going to give you a little bit more information about the IPM, as well as sharing his personal experience within this program. Come on up, Paras, you're our last.
Thank you, Dima. Hi, my name is Paras Bhardwaj, and I'm studying Bachelor's in Information Technology at KPU School of Business. As technology continues to evolve and in every aspect of our life, I'm driven by a deep curiosity and excitement for understanding the working of the digital realm. So I want to pursue my career in computing and cybersecurity. I'm working as a peer mentor since summer 2022, and it has been a really nice experience working as a peer mentor. I provide the support to students by updating them with information about resources and support services available at KPU. I share my experience as KPU student with the mentees and assist them in developing the skills and strategies. In addition, my job is to help create a community at KPU by hosting online social events for mentees in the program to connect with other first year students. My goal is to make students familiar and comfortable with the new university environment and life here at Canada so that they can never feel alone and also they can avoid the homesickness as well. As we mentor are there to facilitate meaningful connections and support within the university community, one of the most beneficial aspect in this personalized guidance and advice we can provide new students with the campus resources directing them to the required facilities. For example, if a new student needs help with something, we as a peer mentor can direct them to tutor, advisor, counselors, etc. And also, we support them through virtual drop-ins via email or even in Teams and in-person drop-ins with appointments. So when I joined KPU, my mentor helped me a lot. As a mentee, my mentor played a pivot role in my academic journey by offering valuable guidance and support. They provided insights into the university environment and helping me navigate unfamiliar processes and understanding academic expectations here at KPU. My advice I would like to give to all the new students who will be joining us in spring 2024 will be that just to embrace the opportunities you all are getting and learn to grow and beyond the classroom as well. While academics are undoubtedly crucial, the university experience offers a wealth of chance to develop personally and professionally. Get involved in extracurricular activities, and you can also join clubs here at KPU. KSA has a variety of clubs where students can join according to their interest. Also, whenever all the new mentees need help, they can always reach out to to their mentors, which they will obviously meet in the upcoming KPU welcome event, as Josie mentioned already. One more thing I would like to mention at the end, and by this quote I live my life up to, is those times when you get up early and work hard, those times when you stay up late and you work hard, those times when you don't feel like working, you are tired and you don't want to push yourself, but you still do it anyways, is the dream. That is the dream. It's not the destination, it's always the journey. So best of luck to everyone who is coming to us with the journey here at KPU. Thank you, Dima.
Very well said, Paras, and thank you for giving so many valuable advices to our new students. And you're one of our star mentors, and we appreciate for sharing with our new students today. And by the way, guys, Paras is a still current mentor for the summer semester, so he might be get connected with you. So make sure that you check emails from him. Okay. I'm gonna be wrapping up just by saying if your mind is still buzzing with questions at the moment, it's time to send your last questions in the Q&A chat. Our support team will make sure that you guys are getting your responses. Or if you're not sure what you want to ask, but you still kind of want to ask something, make sure to contact us later via the link that you can see on your screens, or you can scan the QR code, okay? You can also email to the international@kpu.ca for any general questions. All the links that you have seen today on the screen, there seem like to be too many. Don't worry, we're going to be sending out an email after this session with description, what services, what support we provide on the certain link. So you'll have them. I recommend you guys saving them and using them whenever you need or whenever you have a specific question. And just going one back. To wrap it up finally, I just want to say a big thank you to all of you for joining us today, and not only for choosing KPU as your higher education institution. We highly appreciate it, and we hope this session was really helpful. Big shout out to all the presenters today, guys. Thank you for all the information. And we can't wait. Many people has mentioned, but we truly can't wait to see you guys in this May on campus, on in-person orientation. And for now, just, I guess, stay cozy and enjoy a little bit free time before your classes start, okay? I wish you good luck and take care, guys.